It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll see DeAndre Swift. He was stellar a week ago, piling up the yards and finding pay dirt twice. It's the Eagles and the Jets, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. You look at this Eagle defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Eagles did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goddard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. On the return is Xavier Gibson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 15 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. On second down, it's Cook again.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Rodgers to throw. Incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact,
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Another sack in the Josh Sweat total. Even after he surprised many with a Pro Bowl season 2021, I'm still not sure how many people knew that much about him entering that campaign. They certainly do now, after he built upon that prior season with a career-high 11 sacks in 2022.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here now, 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles 1st down as he'll be taken down at the 46. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On second down, Swift. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you...
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. New York set to take the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. Completes it to Hardman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to 1st. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Now Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is taken at the 18. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
Siposs on to punt for Philadelphia. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Dumps that off to Penny as running back. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Desmond Ridder leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
and he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. He gets away from one, and they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. Going right back to Wilson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Rodgers. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown Jets. Tyler Conklin from 10 yards out. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now an option play on second down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
In motion, the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Eagles are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. On 1st down, Rodgers. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Locates Hardman for another catch. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd down and 4. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers.
And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Swift going to try up the middle.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jets' 31-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You just like
you're
one
handing
game
out.
ball?
You're handing out.